A very good evening to everyone. This is Mohana Priya from the English department. I would like to begin today's session with an inspiring quote by Jim Rohn. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live.
Hello, ma'am. Please mute everybody's video and audio, everything. Please.
Discover how fitness meets elegance for a powerful, stylish approach to wellness. In today's fast paced world, maintaining both mental and physical well being is more important than ever. It's not just about staying fit or eating well, it's about fostering mental clarity, emotional balance, and physical fitness to lead truly fulfilling life. We are honored to have with us two ravishing personalities who have inspired countless individuals through their contributions to the wellness and fitness community. Now, I invite our dynamic head of the English department, Ms. Sonali Roy, to introduce our honored guests.
Thank you so much, Mohana Priya. A very good evening to all of you. It is indeed a true delight to introduce to you the two very celebrated personalities today amongst us in the fitness, glamour, and the media industry. Let me take the pleasure of introducing to you our first guest, Miss Sonali Swami, a name that resonates deeply within India's fitness industry. As an international bodybuilding athlete, she earned widespread recognition by winning a bronze medal at the prestigious WBBF Asian Championship in 2016, firmly establishing herself among the country's top fitness professionals. With five TEDx talks under her belt, she uses her platform to reach diverse audiences, delivering motivational speeches that emphasize the importance of fitness, wellness, and self care. She is widely recognized as one of the fittest moms in India. Her signature motto, age is just a number, and it's not never too late to start your fitness journey. It continues to resonate with women across India, empowering them to break barriers and embrace a healthier lifestyle. Through her influential presence on social media, Miss Sonali has reached millions using her own journey to motivate others to prioritize health and wellness. Her posts, insights, and stories act as a source of daily encouragement for women who might be hesitant or unsure of where to start. I'll be honest and candid here to say that I take great pride in knowing her personally. Such a modest, humble, and yet awe inspiring personality, I'm sure, is a rarity to find. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and yes, I need to add that my namesake, please join your hands together to welcome Miss Sonali Swami.
Thank you.
A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Lovely to be here. What a pleasure.
same here. We reciprocate the same. Okay. And now, for our second guest, a versatile, none other than RJ Snigdha, a well known radio jockey and celebrity anchor, as well as a certified soft skills trainer, motivational life coach, and fitness expert. Fitness is her passion. And as a trained fitness and nutrition expert, she embodies her philosophy of balance between glamour and substance. Her accolades include being a finalist in Gladrak's Mrs. India 2006 and winning the prestigious Mrs. India Classic title 2017. A risk taker at heart, Miss Sigdha thrives on adventure, competing as an avid car rallyist and Jeep off-roader with national awards to her name. Her love for travel and globetrotting fuels her zest for life. But there's yet another side to this inspiring woman. In addition to her achievements in the glamour world, she's a dedicated advocate for the inclusion of autism community. She has worked tirelessly for over a decade to create a safer and more inclusive environment for individuals with autism. As a self made entrepreneur of 17 years, she also empowers women to break boundaries and embrace their journeys. Recently celebrated with the Womanpreneur Achievers Award presented by the renowned actress Vidya Balan, Miss Snigdha continues to be a role model, seamlessly blending elegance with empathy and success with service. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Miss Snigdha on our show. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So kind of you. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you amidst us. And now over to you, Shivani, ma'am.
Good evening. I am Shivani from the English department, and it's a pleasure to have this opportunity to interact with our two guests. Let's begin our question and answer session with a few questions for our guests. My first question is for Ms. Sonali Swami. You've had an extraordinary journey as a fitness expert and athlete. What first inspired you to step into the world of bodybuilding and fitness, especially in a country where it was not a common career path for women?
Okay, so I must say, I never in million years expected myself to, expected to see myself as a bodybuilder. I was quite an introvert child. And honestly, I just wanted to be like my mom, a homemaker. I did my hotel management. I was working in the hotel industry, got married fairly young, had two kids. And you know what happens? Life happens. Before you realize it, you have put on weight like any other newlywed couple. you know, you are just so happy. You just eat outside, and fitness is the last thing, or health is the last thing on your mind. So yeah, I had put on 11 kgs or 12 kgs already. Then my first kid happened, my daughter was born, and then after 3 years, my son was born. I was piling on all the weight, and somewhere I just felt like I was losing myself. So you know what happened? One day, the entire family was in this mall. We were having food, and right next to this food court, I could hear music. So I just music is my passion. So I just looked looked that side, and I saw a gym for the very first time, and I was around 37, 38 at that time. And I went inside the gym. I inquired just because I could see people dancing. Probably it was a Zumba session or some dance aerobic. Something was there, something was happening, but I was just so intrigued by the music. So I said, okay, I'm signing up because I love dancing. I want to join that class. And I became a member in this prestigious gym called Fitness First. It used to be Fitness First. Now it's not there anymore. And that's how my journey in the fitness industry, I would say, started. I became a member, and I was so good at dancing. I'm still good at dancing. I love dancing. The management saw the potential, and they encouraged me. They said, why don't you go and get yourself certified? We want an instructor like you, a group fitness instructor. So that's exactly what I did. I did my certification in Zumba. I did my certification in TRX suspension training, and became a certified instructor with Fitness First. And I was dancing, taking sessions. These are group classes. So, a lot of cardio is happening. I had zero clue about weight training, strength training. But one day, what happens is that I just saw a lady who was overweight, and she was training under a knowledgeable personal trainer. The fact that I would only see one or two women and so many men weight training was something that caught my attention. And I just spoke to him and I said, I want to try it out. What is this? What is this all about? Let me give it a try. He said, okay, fine. So I enrolled and I paid for exactly 12 sessions. Day one, it was, I mean, I was crying. I was huffing and puffing. But honestly, I felt so good. So I said, let me go ahead and do it, because with zero expectations, let me see what happens. I'm feeling good, and that's all that matters. So I started, and within 12 sessions, honestly, this is this is the reality, the fact that in 12 sessions, I actually felt the difference. When I was taking the sessions, when I was taking Zumba sessions, the members saw the difference. They could actually see the difference, and they would come to me and they would tell me, Sonali, you're looking much more fit, and you're looking stronger and fitter than ever. And that was it. So I thought, I'm doing something right. Let me continue. But the other people around me would question, why is she doing it? I don't see any other woman in the weight training section. But I said, okay, let me do it. Let me just continue doing it. This was 2013. I started my journey in the weight training section, training, lifting weights with zero expectations. During that time is when we found out that a physique competition is happening in India for the very first time for women. And my trainer thought that I should give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? So I said, it's an unconventional sport, non traditional. People won't accept it, society won't accept it. More than anything else, I was skeptical. Do I need it? Do I really want to do it? What am I going to do? What do I want to prove? And of course, the people around me, who had already started judging me because I was lifting weights. You don't see women in the weight training section. What is she trying to prove? She's going to turn into a man. You already have a man in the family. What's happening? What's going on? So, amidst all of that, um, with the help of my trainer, with the help with and support of my husband, I said, okay, let's do it. Because what's the worst that can happen? So that's how it happened. 2014, my very first competition. It was an organization. It was done by a UK federation, Body Power, um, female physique competition. When I went there, I saw people. I saw some 5,000, 6,000 odd people under that one roof, competing with girls half my age. It was nerve wracking. I thought I've made a terrible decision. This is not happening. What am I doing? I was like questioning my, this decision. But I was announced as the winner. And that was the moment I knew that this was my calling. I knew that this is what I wanted. I wanted to get better. And why? Because the day I won, the moment I won is when some 20, 30 women, mothers above 30, above 40 came to me and said that, you have kind of opened the door for us. Because when the judge asked me this question, who do you think the judge asked everybody, all the competitors, all the contestants, who do you think is your um, competitor? Who do you think is going to win? And every single one took my number, my name. So I knew at 38 with two kids, if I can reach here this far, then there is so much potential. When women think that their life is over, and once you have kids, your life is revolving around your kids and your family, your passion, your hobbies, your dreams, your life takes a back seat. Well, I'm doing everything. You don't have to sacrifice one thing in order to achieve something. So I realized then and there, it's not just for me, but there is so much that I can do if I'm on social media and talk about it and encourage women, especially women, motivate women to take care of their health. Because this was not just about bodybuilding, this was not just about sport, this was about health. Health matters, whether you're a kid, whether you're a teenager, whether you have a 9 to 5 job, whether you're a mother, a grandmother, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the age, health matters. So that's how the journey started in 2013 when I was 37. And I won my first competition at the age of 38. And I'm only getting better. I won my bronze at the age of 40. And I feel I turned 50 this year, and I just feel like God, I'm only getting only getting better, only getting stronger, only getting healthier. So what's stopping you? It's the mindset.
It's amazing to hear how your passion and resilience have shaped your career. It's no small feat to thrive in such a challenging field.
For a moment I was feeling I'm hearing a fairy tale. It's so magical. It's like it's like the tale of Cinderella and Snow White, maybe. It's so
I know,
magical
because
and
I started with zero expectations. I was skeptical myself. Forget about society. I understand a lot of inhibitions come from the fact that the society has put these things inside your head, and then you are questioning yourself whether you're taking the right decision, whether you're doing probably you shouldn't be doing. So you're questioning yourself, and but once I started, there was no looking back.
and how miraculously within the first year, I mean, you were destined to be there. It was all planned.
Absolutely.
Within
Absolutely.
a
I was
within a
meant
year,
to be
it's
there.
it's I mean, such a feat. It's unbelievable. It's just incredible, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Shivani, ma'am, please take over.
This is Mohana Priya. My first question to Miss Snigdha. Ma'am, what led you to choose a career in fitness? Was there any particular moment or experience that sparked your passion for health and wellness?
Okay, so I think something that I can very, very quickly relate with what Sonali said, and that makes the two of us, Sonali. I love dancing, like as if there's forget about no tomorrow, as if there's no the next moment. I dance like crazy. There are times when I go with my friends and we dance, or rather, when the music is on, the guy has to literally come and tell me, listen, the music is stopping, and can you stop dancing? I'm like, okay, nothing has stopped me. I'm that crazy for dance. So yeah, right from my childhood, I've been a child who's very, very fun loving and, full of joy and full of, I was very hyper, rather very hyper. On the other hand, when I was hearing Sonali, when she said she was a quite a child and then getting into something like this is quite a nice thing, Sonali, what you have done. So for me, it was like I just wanted to live dance, like, breathe, eat, everything was music for me, dance. So I kind of did a diploma in contemporary dance, and I did my dance classes from Anand Shankar, if you know Uday Shankar's contemporary design. And the whole academy believed in everything which is very creative dance. So it wasn't something which was already there. So they used to put the music and ask us to create and compose the dance steps. So it was very different academy. I did my 4 years diploma there, and after that, I actually wanted to run an academy for dance. And this is how it all started when you were asking me. So this was in 2004 or something that I thought, okay, let me just start an academy. And that time we were posted in Bangalore here. And I said, let me do something. However, I was not able to set myself right because it was a new city, new place, new people. So I wasn't really getting into something. And then I get to see this ad in the newspaper. They're calling for the auditions for Glad Rags. If you remember, Glad Rags used to be Maureen Vadia's baby then. Yeah. And I live next door, the same boundary wall of Britannia, where I actually went there, stood for it, and went in for the finals. So what happened was, while I was looking for something to do with dance, this came in. And then it just mattered. If it was a matter of a few moments, then I thought, okay, dance is not going to make me look svelte and hot on the ramp, and how am I going to do that? And that's when, if you would have known, and I'm sure he's a great buddy, Figure in Fitness, run by Santosh. He's a great buddy. He is the one I joined because he was right next door to me, very, very close. I went and joined there to make myself fitter, more toned. This is how I started my journey. I prepared for something, and then I was like, no looking back. Then I did my certification with HIIT. I did my certification with Power Yoga. I did my Pilates course with the STOTS, the Canada-based certification. So all this and more, I think something that told me is like, if you are having a healthy body, it definitely and definitely leads to a healthy mind. And for me, keeping in a very, very healthy state of mind was always very important. I think that's what makes us all more productive, whether we do a work or whether we, even if it's a simple thing like cooking or dancing or mopping or wiping or whatever, you need to put in passion. And I think for me, passion comes in only when you are in a very, very happy state of mind. And for that, you need to stay healthy. You have to stay fresh. And that adrenaline rush that is given out is only when you are completely into it, doing what you love to do. So this was how my journey started. And you'll be surprised to know that I started, it was a humble beginning on the terrace of my apartment in 2009 when I started an academy of fitness with dance. So I used to call it Dancercise. From 2009 to 2019, literally till the COVID hit, it was called Dancercise. And then I moved from there and gave it I rebranded it and, changed a few things in it. I started doing a lot of, I certified myself in prehab and rehab training. Now, this is also very, very personally, this is an anecdote, which it's not really an anecdote. It's a real time experience that I want to share with all of you today. I don't speak much of it, but 2019, Feb 27th, a day before the month ended, I was conducting a class for the corporate at SAP Labs. And while on a stepper, I have no clue what happened and how it happened. My Achilles tendon just ruptured. It just snapped. You'll not believe. I sat and I never got up from that stepper. People literally lifted me like how they lifted Three Idiots. मैं पता है ना वो chair में लगा के ऐसे मुझे लेके करके गए hospital. And I was telling everybody, guys, do finish your workout. And they're looking at me. I was purple on the face because blood circulation has completely stopped. That led me to do something which not only revived myself being functional today, running a 21-kilometer as well. From 2019 to 2024, it's been a long journey, trust me. I'm still not 100%, by the way. Sonali would know when we talk and how it can have, I still don't have a spring on one of my foot, but I am functional. I'm doing everything that a person can do to get fitter and healthier. That is how I started my certification. I did the additional certification in fitness. And then from group classes, like I was conducting group classes for corporates, for high-end gated communities, for elite clubs, I moved into personal training where I help people to, what would I say? Yeah, predispositions, people having some kind of issues, injuries, or whatever. I help them with that. And I also help them protect themselves from, further or future injuries. That's what I'm doing right now. And the new brand is called, I wouldn't say new brand, is the same thing which is continuing from the last 15 years. But from 2019, or rather I would say 2020, because COVID hit and we all were there and we didn't know what to do. And that's when I was addressing my injuries so much, when I was limping. Trust me, I was limping. And I named and I, rebranded my entire company. And the brand is now called Healthy Hustle by RJ Snigdha. So this is my journey. This is my story. This is my success story. And I would love to touch people's lives as much as possible till I can, till my capacity, till as much as can. So I think all of us have some kind of story behind it. People don't see it from the front end. And today, when you're giving an opportunity for us to speak about it, it just feels good. Yeah.
It's just wow. Your journey into dance, fitness, and rehab center is truly inspiring. It would be wonderful to hear more about the moment that sparked your passion. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, my next question goes to Ms. Sonali. Fitness is often considered a young person's game. Yet, you have proven that age is no barrier. What tips would you give to individuals struggling with maintaining a fitness routine due to hectic schedules or lack of motivation?
I just got back from this fitness retreat, and trust me, there were mostly people who were above 40, 50, 60, and even 70s. And we were just having this talk, and I told somebody that, you can be a 20-year-old with a mindset of an 80-year-old, or you can be an 80-year-old with a mindset of a 20-year-old. So it's all about the mindset. Like I said, I started at the age of 37, 38, when people, write you off in the sense that, okay, she's married, she's a mother, अब और क्या करना है लाइफ में, और कुछ रह ही नहीं गया. So starting from there, winning my first competition, winning my second competition, winning my third competition, representing India, winning bronze. And like I said, I'm only getting better. It's fitness and health. It's not just for youngsters. In fact, I would encourage everybody to start as young as possible, but you can start now, whether you're 40, whether you're 50, 60, 70. Science is very clear about this. People used to say, or they had this notion that if you're older, if you're post 40, you're going to lose your muscle. There is no way you can get fit. It's too late. Trust me, it's never too late. And everybody has proven that. Anybody and everybody who took up weight training or some sort of physical activity in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s have only improved their health. Only improved. There's no downside. You will only see the benefits. So it's never too late. So if there's one thing that I would tell you and encourage you to do is to take up some form of physical activity. It can be anything. It can be as simple as walking. It can be something that you enjoy, like dancing or kickboxing or jogging, marathon. But one thing that I would want you to do and should be non-negotiable is some sort of strength training. You don't have to hit the gym. You can do your own body weight workouts at home. It does not have to be an hour at the gym or an hour of rigorous training. All you need is 15, 20 minutes max. You don't have to do it 7 days a week. Don't make it that complicated. Thrice in a week, twice in a week is more than enough. Even once, if that's all that you have, once in a week, 15 minutes, that's more than enough, because something is better than nothing. So it's not just for youngsters. You should be fit irrespective of how old you are. I want all the mothers to be fit and healthy. Why? Because I personally feel, and I'm sure all of you will agree with me, is that you're the pillar of the society. You're the pillar of your family. I'm sure you will agree when I tell you that if you fall sick, everything goes for a toss. किसी को नहीं पता कौन सी चीज कहाँ रखी हुई है, किसी को नहीं पता कपड़े यूनिफॉर्म कौन प्रेस करेगा, how what is cook going to cook for you, what is the maid going to do, nobody knows except for you. So you understand, right? If you fall sick, everything is out of the window. So you're that important. Now just imagine, if you're giving 100% to yourself, don't you think that you will be able to function better, and you will be much more productive? And also, when you're 100%, you're 100% mentally, physically, emotionally. And that's what your family deserves. That's what you deserve, but most importantly, that's what your family deserves. Somebody who's happy. And the best way to feel happy and feel energetic instantly, 10 minutes of some sort of workout. वहां पे खड़े खड़े भी अगर आप जॉगिंग करोगे ना, I am telling you, 100%, it's given, it's been proven. 10 minutes of exercise can do wonders for you, physically and mentally. It's an antidepressant. You don't have to, think about medicines. Food and exercise, they're the medicine. So don't think that oh, I should have started early. You can start now. You should start now because it's not too late.
It's truly amazing, ma'am. Your perspective on fitness and age is extremely motivating. Thank you
I
for
talk a lot about women. Sorry, I just want to tell everybody. I talk a lot about women, mostly about women, who are in their 30s and 40s, perimenopausal, menopausal, because I hit 50 and I'm menopausal, and postmenopausal. I understand how the body is changing, and I really want to help other women to understand, because at times you don't realize it, you cannot pinpoint, but you know that you're feeling sad. Sometimes you don't understand why you're sad, and it all comes down on the people that you love, unfortunately. I know it's sad and it's very unfortunate, but the thing is, it's not your fault. It's the hormones, it's the things that's happening inside you. And at times you have zero control. But the best way to take charge and take control of your emotions, of your body, and be more productive and be more and give more, be able to give more to yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup, and to your people, the people that matter to you, and of course to the society as a person, is to take care of yourself first. Because जब हम airlines में भी होते हैं ना, they ask you to put the mask first, and then you help the baby and the others. So it's extremely important for you to take care of yourself. So if you're a mother, especially if you're a mother, please take care of yourself.
That's really wonderful. Well said. I'm really, it's a great message that you have shared. Definitely, we are going to take it. And thank you for challenging the stereotype. And it's a powerful reminder that fitness is for everyone, no matter the age. Thank you.
Vani ma'am, I think you need to unmute.
My next question is for Miss Snigdha. As an accomplished radio jockey, what unique experiences have you faced in this field, and what qualities do you believe are essential for genuinely connecting with listeners?
Okay, so shall I share an anecdote here? I mean, literally, because I remember one of the things that I have seen in my 15 years of radio journey. It's almost 15 years, 14 years since, yeah. So, there was this time when we were on radio. The radio hardly had the private channels, and I started my whole career rather with the erstwhile World Space. If you remember World Space, हाँ, तो वो शुरू किया था, फिर उसके बाद वो shut down हुआ, and then I was kind of pulled up from another place. So how was I really, really selected? This, if you allow me a couple of minutes, I want to share this.
Sure.
So this is very, very interesting. So I always love mic. I'm a people's person. I love to speak. I love to talk. And I've always been somebody who's, always into something which is stage, glamour, ye wo. That's how I entered the beauty pageant. हर जगह पहुंचा, बात करना बहुत पसंद था मुझे. So there was this a small little music show which was happening, and I said कि चलो ठीक है यार, इन लोगों को help चाहिए, तो मैं थोड़ा सा anchoring कर देती हूँ. I was just taking the mic and doing some kind of MC, just trying to attempt. I'm talking about 2005, yeah. And during the interval, one gentleman just came in and he handed over a card to me because he saw me very busy. People were clicking pictures and all that. So he just gave me the card and he said, you know what, call me tomorrow. वो ये बोल करके गए कि call me tomorrow. As women, we have this tendency of changing our handbags, ना जहाँ गए वो handbag change कर लिया. So उस दिन जो handbag था वो मैंने अगले दिन, I mean, I just forgot about that handbag and I changed my handbag for the next couple of days and I was doing my work, the regular going up and down and all that. Suddenly क्या हुआ पता नहीं मुझे, I was just cleaning up this particular handbag on a particular day, ठीक है, I was cleaning and I found this card and I up it and I said, यार मुझे किसी ने कॉल करने बोला था, ये वही कार्ड है क्या? I saw the card and I turned it around to see who it was. So it was the station director of the radio station. I'm like, इन्होंने मुझे किस लिए कॉल करने के लिए बोला है? चलो ठीक है, कॉल मार देते हैं. And I just picked up the phone and I called him. You'll not believe how he sprung. He's like, where were you all this time? 3 दिन हो गया तुमने कॉल नहीं किया. I'm like, I mean, it's okay. अभी मैंने कॉल किया तो इतना क्यों नाराज हो रहे हैं ये? I was thinking in the heart of my heart. So he's telling me, Aj is the last day of audition. 2 o'clock is the cutoff time, and I called him at 12 o'clock. Ladies, this is called destiny. 12, I call for something that will be cut off for me at 2 p.m. And you know what the best part was? I was 34, okay? And 35 is the last, age where you apply for a radio host. मैं पिकअप करती हूँ बैग एंड आई रश. लकीली आई वाज ऑलवेज लिविंग इन दिस सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ बैंगलोर, केम्ब्रिज लेआउट एंड डोंगलूर एंड ऑल्सो. आई रश्ड अप. मैंने किसी तरह से मैनेज किया 1 सवा 1 के अंदर पहुंचने के लिए. आई गेव ऑल माई टेस्ट एंड आई सॉ 95 एप्लीकेंट्स. Just like Sonali was saying when she went for her bodybuilding, they were all half, not at least half, nahi, kam se kam. They were all in their early 20s and I was in my mid 30s and I'm like, यहाँ मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? Exact question. यहाँ मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? But ठीक है, मैं टेस्ट देने आई हूँ. Let me give the test. I gave one after the other, सारे टेस्ट दिए. And from 95, they chose 36. I was there. From 36, they brought it down to 15. I was there. And from 15, they brought it down to 5 English and 5 Kannada jockeys. And I was there in the 5 of the English jocks. I was like, आज मेरे साथ जो हुआ है. And this took a while. Like ये selections उन्होंने जो भी announce किया, जो letter था, जो final selection का, वो घर आया था. So till such letter came to me, I wasn't very sure, but I knew for sure कि मैं first 5 तक आ गई हूँ. Sorry, first 15 तक आ गई हूँ, but मैं 5 में हूँ या नहीं, I didn't know. Something tells you कि हर चीज का एक वक्त होता है and nothing happens before that time comes for you. And can you imagine if I had not called on that particular day, I would have missed out on that audition, and the next year audition I would have been out because 35 हो चुका होता. Everything is just set for you. So there I entered the radio. This is one of the most interesting facts that I always tell people ki believe in yourself. Agar kuch aapke liye bana hai, and if there's a calling and if there's something happening for you, it will fall in place for you. और वो जो मेरा journey था, from there the radio journey started and went on like for a good about 10 to 11 years continuously. And after that, I started doing special assignments for celebrities. I started doing hosting shows with the celebrities, and I was enjoying my life. And then, of course, when the COVID happened and everything, I went on my own, and I'm still a hardcore professional MC. I love the mic. I always say mic is my best friend. I just love, I hold the mic and I don't know कि मुझे कहाँ से आ जाता है, मुझे ये बोलना है, मुझे वो बोलना है, script नहीं चाहिए, कुछ नहीं चाहिए. So yeah, I think this is something which I really, really will never ever forget and tell people there's always hope. You really don't know when your time comes, but opportunity को grab करना is in our hand. तो अगर उस दिन मैं नहीं दौड़ के जाती, then yes, अरे कौन जाएगा, क्या है, क्या नहीं है, नहीं कॉल करती, all those things do matter. But yeah, I made it, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience of the radio. I started my days with a spool, CD, cassette, and then the computer. I've seen it all in the 12 years. So with those, कहते हैं ना वो toughened radio jocks, we are those. आज जब मैं सुन रही हूँ ना radio jockeys को, तो मुझे लगता है सब कुछ रेडीमेड है. हमारे टाइम में हमने बहुत बहुत मेहनत करी है. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing such remarkable experiences. I'm sure everyone listening can take something valuable from your story.
I'm sure. Thank you.
Shivani ma'am, I feel that they can write books. This is not enough. Just 1 hour, half an hour. We need a 600 pages book on each of your lives, and we learn from every, not just page, but word, and every sentence
Book
we
is
learn
happening.
from
Book
there.
is happening.
Please, happening? Okay,
Yes, book is
I
happening.
guessed it correct. I had an intuition. And it came right. All right. We'll be waiting eagerly for that, Snigdha ma'am. And good luck
Absolutely.
for the publishing of it. Thank you so
wow.
much. Yeah.
My next question is for Miss Sonali. You have been seen endorsing and promoting many food brands and food products. What role does food play in achieving fitness goals? And how important is a proper diet plan for fitness and bodybuilding?
I've always maintained this that, fuel your body the right way, whether it's your mind, whether it's your body, your soul. So food is fuel. It's absolutely. I mean, like I said, food is medicine. What you put inside will determine how you feel, absolutely, of course, how you look, but more so how you feel. And I feel at this point of time, how you feel is most important. How you look, chalta hai, ho jayega wo, but how you feel is extremely important. So I say that आप क्या choose कर रहे हो, जो भी चीजें आपके पास हैं, उसमें से try to be smart and make better choices. There is no right or wrong. There is no, I would say, bad food because I love sweets. So I will never say that sweets are bad, ice creams are bad, pizzas are bad. I will never say that because I love food. I'm a big foodie. Uh, people don't realize it, but or they have no clue. But I love food, so I never say it's a bad food. Never tell a child that it's a bad food because एक बार वो दिमाग में बैठ जाता है, it plays a havoc. It can play a havoc. What I say is that this is less nutritious than the other. That's it. So I would request you all to understand that food is what brings families together. अगर आप फूड की बात करें तो फूड इज कल्चर, ट्रेडिशन, दिवाली, ईद, विसाखी, किसी के घर में जाना, किसी डिफरेंट स्टेट में जाना, फूड इज अ बिग थिंग. इट ब्रिंग्स पीपल टुगेदर. सो इट इज नॉट जस्ट कि मतलब फूड हेल्दी है और अनहेल्दी है. देयर इज मोर टू इट. बट व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट फूड एज अ फिटनेस एंड वेलनेस कोच, एज अ मदर, मैं कौन सी चॉइसेस कर रही हूँ, क्या चूज कर रही हूँ, वो मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो मेकिंग बेटर चॉइसेस, कॉन्शियस डिसीजंस कि आप क्या खाएंगे ऑन अ डेली बेसिस is an important thing, and it's extremely crucial whether you're growing up, when you're a kid, a small baby. It's better कि आप better choices करें most of the time. When you grow up, when you're a teenager, you have different needs. When you're a mother, you're a woman, you have different needs. And of course, if you're playing a sport, you're an athlete, you have different needs. So सबकी needs, सबके goals different हैं, but it all comes down to the quality of the food, the nutrition that we say. So, everybody knows कि एक balanced meal होना चाहिए, but nobody knows कि उस meal को balance किया कैसे जाए. When people say, but I eat healthy home cooked meal, you have no idea कि home cooked meal can be less nutritious as well. Because अगर आप एक थाली देखेंगे तो एक थाली में आपको थोड़ा सा राइस मिलेगा, थोड़ी सी चपाती मिले, 2 चपातियां मिलेंगी, थोड़ी सी दाल मिलेगी, थोड़ा सा वेजीज होंगे, and that's about it. Probably in most of the households, that's exactly what you will find. Or probably जल्दी जल्दी में कुछ किया हो तो एक एक दो चीजें मिल जाएंगी. Unfortunately, that's not a balanced meal. Balanced meal is all about having your protein, having your carbs, having some raw veggies where you can get your fiber and veggies to get your micronutrients, essential, minerals, vitamins, ये सारी चीजें. Have little dairy, चाहे वो curd हो. Have, fats, जो कि हमारा घी हो गया, or any sort of fat that you enjoy, that will make a complete meal. So yes, when I say food is important, सबके घर में depending on where they belong, where they coming from, which part of the country are they coming from, उनका एक staple होगा. But always make sure that जब आप अपनी थाली बना रहे हो तो उसमें आपका प्रोटीन क्योंकि your entire body is made up of protein. Make sure that you have enough protein, whether it's a non-vegetarian source or coming from a vegetarian source. Have some carbs because it gives you energy, and carbs are not bad for you. A lot of people tend to do that. They are on a diet, crash diets, liquid diet, पता नहीं ये क्या होता है, fat diets. I don't recommend it. I'm highly against it. Everything is important in moderation. Make sure that you're having enough veggies. I know बच्चों को पसंद नहीं है, so stuff करके कैसे भी खिला दो. Get your fats because fats won't make you fat. It's the quantity. आप कितना खा रहे हो, that will make you fat. Ice creams are not bad. They are less nutritious. They have a place in your meal. They have a place in your routine. Have it in moderation. That's all. So food is fuel. Food is what brings families together. Fuel your body the right way. Fuel your mind the right way. That means stay away from negativity. Stay away from anything or anyone जो आपको एक आपके लाइफ में कुछ कंस्ट्रक्टिव चीज नहीं लेकर आ रहा है, आपको ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव नहीं बना रहा है, आपको रोक रहा है फ्रॉम रीचिंग योर पोटेंशियल एंड बीइंग योर बेस्ट वर्जन. So stay away from all of that. That's it.
Such a fresh perspective, ma'am, on food, and I really like it when you say that it should not be good food or bad food. It should be less nutritious, more nutritious. I will always remember this. I will remember this. And your words remind us that fitness truly is a lifelong journey and not just a phase.
Shivani ma'am, whatever people, how much people would take from the show, I'm not sure. But this food part, everybody will be very excited to hear that. Just eat.
I know.
Love
Because
food
I
and
understand
keep
even
eating
the
food.
moms tell, no this, no that. I understand everything in moderation. Moderation bhi kahan par? I understand that as well. That is also a big conflict. कि कितना, how much is too much and how, kahan par rok lagana chahiye? When should you stop? But the fact that the kids need to understand that, and parents need to understand that no bad food. Please don't label it.
True.
वो दिमाग में हमेशा सारी जिंदगी रह जाएगा, ये गंदा है, ये गंदा है, ऐसा ये नहीं. This is less nutritious. You can have it, but you can't. You should not be having it every day. Not can't. You shouldn't be having it every day. Make the kid understand yourself. Why? Learn about it. It is less nutritious. What are you getting out of it, except for that momentary pleasure? But what you will benefit from is the nutrition. So most of the time, make better choices, and once in a while, of course, indulge, क्योंकि बिरयानी इसीलिए बनाई गई है.
So tell me
Your-
about it. I wanted to tell you this. I was there in Kolkata for a week and asked me what I've done. I've gorged on the street food, on the puchkas and the mithai.
Oh,
I have a sweet
awesome.
tooth. I am a foodie and I'm like, listen, I am doing it now because this is a time to enjoy. When I go back, I'm on my routine. I'm doing all my stuff that I need to. But when as she rightly said, Sonali rightly said, see, it's that जब करना है वो करना है. It's वो रोज थोड़ी बैठ के हम दिवाली मना रहे हैं. रोज कहाँ हम दशहरा कर रहे हैं. यार होता है जब होता है तो वो festive time है. Don't keep saying मैं देख रही हूँ मुझे खाना है लेकिन मैं नहीं खाऊंगी. I mean, please don't torture yourself. मैं तो हड़प जाती हूँ. I have sweet tooth like big time, and I'm a foodie myself. I love to cook and I eat it too.
हमने अपने mothers को इन festivals पे एक certain चीज बनाते हुए देखा है.
Yes,
Unfortunately,
absolutely.
all of that is missing these days.
Missing
The
these
fact
days.
that yeah, right. And I really feel sad कि हमारी मम्मियाँ, हमारी mothers, हमारी grandmothers इतनी सारी चीजें बनाती थी, and now suddenly there's a label, oh, too much sugar, oh, too much carbs, oh, too much fat. I really feel sad that as a family we are sitting and then we are unable to enjoy these little pleasures जो एक festivity time में usually सबको we used to wait for it कि हमें बेसन के लड्डू खाने हैं या मठरियां बनेंगी या गुजिया होली पे बन रही है. It's something we look forward to, and now
absolutely.
suddenly there's so much of people are taking this stress, there's so much of sugar, there's so
sugar,
much of
ये वो
fat,
and all
not,
that and
not
the
do
other.
this,
Yeah.
cut out this. I
उस
think
जमाने
that's
में तो
unhealthy.
सब कुछ ही ऑर्गेनिक हुआ करता था. एवरीथिंग वाज व्हाट इट वाज ना. हम लोगों ने कभी सोचा है जो घर में बनता था हम वही खाते थे, चाहे वो पूरी हो, चाहे पकोड़े हो, चाहे मिठाई हो. We all eat it and we are all
True.
fine. We are doing fine. I mean,
I think there is a place. Yes, of course, there is a place for
yeah,
all of this, and it should be. And I don't want it to, completely vanish. कि एक दिन आप
I
20, 40 में उठो और आपके बच्चों को ये भी नहीं पता होगा कि बेसन के लड्डू क्या होते हैं and बिरयानी क्या होती है या
No,
the
I've
stuff
been
like that. And
receiving
everybody is so
messages,
health
honestly,
conscious.
after the reel that I put in for the food and all that I did in Kolkata. People have been messaging me, "तुम ये सब खाती हो?" I said, like, why? What made you think that I don't? I very well do and I enjoy it. But
You
yeah,
are
you
right.
just have to know how to do it in moderation because वो रोज का काम नहीं है, वो रोज खाते भी नहीं है.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you one thing, ma'am. There's a saying that in the morning you should eat like a
King.
king, and in the afternoon like a normal person, and at night you should eat like a beggar. How far it is true?
I would say eat, I mean, to each their own.
Yes.
Honestly, to each their own. There's no one size that fits all. If you're somebody who has a job who's up till late, somebody working in BPO or who's coming at 6 o'clock, 6 a.m., they would want to have a nice meal, or probably they would want to go back to sleep and get a good sleep and get up at 4 in the afternoon or early evening and then have a big meal. There are people who have only 2 meals in a day. There is someone who has only 1 meal a day, and there are people who have 4 to 5 meals in a day. Some people believe in having small meals. Some people believe in having big meals. So honestly, it's just, ये कहावत बहुत पुरानी है.
I know.
Whatever that works for you and is sustainable for you, please continue to do that. If 3 meals or 4 meals in a day is working for you, you feel better. You feel like, this is something that's sustainable. I enjoy it and I can do it for the rest of my life. Please continue to do it. If you're somebody who believes in intermittent fasting and wants to have this short window and eat your meals in that certain window, certain time frame, and it's working for you and you're able to do it, please continue to do it. For me, breakfast is my kind of it's like my first meal where right before my training. So I want to make sure that in order to get the most out of my training, I make sure that I eat अच्छे से दबा के, so that I can be 100% and I can train and I can lift and I can, really push myself. Once I'm back, it's kind of my lunchtime. Again, I want to have a nice, good, hearty meal. Dinner is the time when everybody sits together. Again, I love that. So मेरे लिए मैं 4 से 5 meals खाती हूँ and it works for me absolutely fine. So see for yourself what works for you. There is no one size fits all. जो भी आप करो वो sustainable होना चाहिए. So whether you have a big dinner or you have a big breakfast, it all comes down to, or boils down to whether it's working for you.
Working for you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Sure, I'll take your input, ma'am. This question is for you, Miss Nigda. Being an adventurous spirit and a car rallyist, what motivates you to take risks and live life on the edge? How does your passion for adventure impact your mental and physical well-being?
One line for me always has been one life, live it now. So for me, life is that moment. Every moment is life. Every moment you have to live life to the fullest. I mean, हजार और चीजें हम करते हैं जो हमें पसंद है, हम करना चाहते हैं. हमने एजुकेशन किया, हमने हर सारा पैशन हमारा ये वो सब किया, लेकिन क्या आपने जिया? Did you live? You do things for the sake of doing, क्योंकि वो responsibility हो सकती है, वो duties हो सकती है, वो जरूरत हो सकती है, वो requirement हो सकता है, बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. Like people work for money, right? वो एक जरूरी है. लेकिन बहुत लोग मुझे बोलते हैं कि क्या जरूरत है तुम्हें इस तरह का रिस्क लेना? When you go to a terrain, the jeeps and the gypsies literally turn over and you see them. तो बोलते तुम देख रही हो कि हो सकता है तुम्हारे साथ भी वही हो, तो फिर भी तुम क्यों चाहती हो? This is a question I've been asked day in day out. मेरा एक ही जवाब है कि अगर I have this, I'm a firm believer in how universe plans to bring us to this earth and takes us away from this earth. For me, I say कि अगर मुझे यहाँ वापस आना है ना तो मैं वापस आऊंगी. जरूरी नहीं है कि मैं वहीं पे टपकूंगी यार, मैं बैठे बैठे भी तो जा सकती हूँ, बैठे बैठे भी तो गिर सकती हूँ. लोग तो जिम में जाकर भी they have had collapsed, right? So there is no like a formula कि भाई वो करोगे तो वो रिस्की है, वो करोगे तो कुछ हो जाएगा. So for me that's passion, utmost passion. And मेरे लिए when I get into that the risk taking adventure, all the adventure sports that I have always been into, I'm really telling you, I'm somebody who scares the family a lot, but अब उनको भी आदत हो गई है कि अच्छा ये जा रही है, और मैं यही बोलती हूँ मेरी जरूरत हुई ना तो मैं वापस आऊंगी, ठीक है? तो everyone has, yes, we all pray, I also kind of keep myself very cautious. I'm not saying कि I'm somebody who's reckless, but I am a risk taker. तो मैं जाती हूँ. मेरे लिए the question that you put me, how does it keep me mentally agile, is because I feel when you are putting your strength into doing something, so here is what the strength comes in. You know what? Yes, we may be doing a lot of workout. Both Sonali and I and many other women who are into strength training, etc., know the strength is so important. But trust me, I've tested it myself. When we go for such competitions, why the women rule out? When the jeep is literally inclined like this, inclined like this. I'm not joking, inclined like this. You must go and watch a few of my videos. If it is inclined like this, you're literally holding the entire jeep onto your arms, because the arms is on the steering wheel and you're holding the entire thing not to go sliding down. Do you know what happens here? Is amazing strength that you need. That is the physical strength. And the mental strength that it gives me is the confidence level. That, you know what, not everything is meant and not relegated to the men category. It's been there when people ask me, man, yahan to sare aadmi hain, aap kya karne aaye ho? There were 49 men and I was the only one when we went to Bangalore for a very, very tough track terrain. But I won the trophy. So sometimes it's just about taking that plunge and say, hey, listen, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? ठीक है, आप अगर उलट भी गए, लोग हैं, उठा लेंगे. बहुत ऐसे जीप गए, किसी को कुछ हुआ भी, मतलब उठा लिया, चलो गाड़ी. But if you don't give it a shot, आपको कैसे पता कि आपका कहाँ पर strength है? Can you really do it? So to be there, you have to take that risk and take a plunge and try and see if you're actually good at it, and then continue. So I've been doing it for a few years now, and I still would continue to do it, I think. Yeah.
That's really interesting, ma'am. The way you embrace risks and challenges is remarkable. Your passion for living on the edge is contagious.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again for sharing such an empowering outlook on risk and resilience. So now moving on to Ms. Sonali. As a passionate traveler, how do you blend wellness and balance fitness with the enjoyment of exploring different destinations?
Yes, I love to travel. Sonali and we knew actually. When I'm traveling, fitness is not on my mind, but it just happens because I love to walk. I love to walk. I have this 5 a.m. club, and I get up at around 4:30, 4:45 every single day. It's been 12 years now, because that's me time, and I just walk. I have, fortunately, I have made this small gym inside my house. So I have a treadmill. But before that, 2, 3 years back, I would just go out and I would walk in the apartment. It's me time. I connect to myself. I listen to the music and I walk. So when I'm outside and I'm traveling outside India and I'm traveling, and if you're in Europe, you have beautiful roads, beautiful parks. I just love to walk. and I would just go and I would walk. Um, if I'm staying at one place for, let's say, at the same place for 10 days, 12 days, yes, I would try to find a gym somewhere close by, and where I could quickly go and seek in a quick 20, 30 minutes of workout. If it's not happening, I'm absolutely okay. Because when I'm in that country, I really want to explore the city or the place on foot and explore the food, the culture. So yes, I'm basically walking, walking, walking. I'm not so much focused on still going heavy, pushing, going to the gym, spending hours. No, that's not happening. But I just want to find that balance. When I'm, like I said, when I'm making the choices, when I want to have food, I really want to try the sweets as well. But I also want to make sure that I'm getting enough vegetables as well. I'm getting protein as well. So I try to find that sweet balance. Unfortunately, and I'll be honest with you, वो होता क्या है कि जब जाते हो तो you do tend to put on little bit of weight, which is fine. You know why? Because all of that weight is water weight, nothing but water weight. So if you are on a vacation, और अगर आप 10 दिन के लिए, एक हफ्ते के लिए गए हो और आप वहां से वापस आते हो and you find yourself, ओह, 1-2 kg एक्स्ट्रा हैवी लग रहा है, 99% ऑफ द टाइम मैं आपको खुश करना चाहती हूँ ये बता के कि इट्स नथिंग बट वाटर वेट, बिकॉज आपने थोड़ा एक्सेस कार्ब्स खाया होगा. एक्सेस कार्ब्स खाने से क्या होता है कि आपकी बॉडी विल स्टार्ट रिटेनिंग वाटर. सो अगर एक हफ्ते और 10 दिन की बात है, प्लीज रियली डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. मोस्टली इट्स वाटर वेट. इट विल गो in 3-4 days. Honestly, you will back to normal. But हाँ, अगर एक महीने के लिए you've been just eating your heart out and indulging, yes, it will be little extra fat. But the good thing is, if you have been weight training, the beauty about weight training is that even when you're doing nothing, your body is still burning calories. How wonderful is that? See, when you do cardio, जब आप 30 मिनट्स का कार्डियो करते हो तो कैलोरीज जितनी बर्न आपको दिखा रहा है वहां पे आपने जितनी की उतनी हो गई. But when you weight train in the gym or at home, and then you're sitting in front of your TV watching Netflix and having popcorn, your body is still burning calories. So luckily and fortunately, when I go on, when I go out and I'm walking, but I'm still indulging, when I get back, my body quickly gets rid of the excess fat. So that's another reason why I love to eat and why I love to train, because I found that sweet perfect balance जहाँ पे सारी चीजें चल जाती हैं और ये सस्टेनेबल भी है. तो मैं घूम भी सकती हूँ, ट्रैवल भी कर सकती हूँ, एंजॉय भी कर लेती हूँ, और वापस आने के बाद I get back to my routine, because it's important, because now that you're back, you have to get back to your routine. So I do just that, and everything is fine. So I love it. I love the fact that I get to do everything. I get to do both. I get to enjoy. I walk, I indulge, I come back home, and I get back on track and get back to my routine. So it's possible. It's 100% possible. You can do it. You can travel, maintain your fitness, or indulge and get back, and it will take few days to get back to where you were. And yeah, it's possible. It's 100% possible. You really don't have to stress about anything, because stress is not going to help you. Trust me. Stress is only going to get that weight around your midsection, nothing but that. Especially with women, a lot of things are happening inside your body. Stress is the last thing that you want. Just do something every single day, because I firmly believe that small things matter, even if it's one tiny step towards your health, towards your fitness, even if it's just one extra glass of water, little extra serving of veggies, extra 100 steps, you're doing something right. You're doing something positive towards your health.
It's really amazing to hear how you blend travel and fitness. Thank you so much for sharing how you balance staying active with enjoying new places. And it's a great reminder that wellness can be a part of any journey. Thank you so much.
My next question is for Ms. Snigdha. You have been working tirelessly for autism inclusion. Could you share how this cause became close to your heart and how your efforts have contributed to the autism community over the years?
All right. So we all say and believe, and we've heard it umpteen times, that charity begins at home, right? So when we say charity begins at home, for anyone to start doing something which is a little different than what a usual person would do, I think it's all about encounters, right? So yes, I've had a very, very close encounter. And when I say close encounter, I am an autism mom and I have a son with autism. And so it's been a journey which is very gratifying. The reason why I'm saying it's gratifying is because it has changed me as a person. My perception of life has changed a lot. More than anything, I felt that at the time when he was diagnosed, there wasn't much awareness. There wasn't even, even this term autism used to come like a shock. Okay, what does it even mean? What does it? It's such a spectrum disorder. How do I even understand this? So there's a lot that was going on. There was a lot that was bothering. But eventually, when I understood, and I only wanted to do one thing, was to help parents who are, I would say, who don't know about it much, but we've been there. So, you say that been there, done that. Once you've been there and you know that you can help somebody else, is when I thought, I don't want to take it up individually. How can I just go knock somebody's door and say, hey, you know what? You have a child with autism. I can figure that out. Because they are in constant denial. They don't know it is happening in their own family. So it's very sensitive. It's extremely sensitive to go and tell somebody like that. I've seen in the airports. I've seen in places when I go. I've seen, but I can't walk up and talk to anybody like that openly. We cannot. We are not entitled to do that. So what I thought is, let me do awareness campaigns. And in that, if people just come in to understand, regular people like you and I can just go be a part of this autism awareness campaigns to understand. And what happens is, just like how I can figure out, you may be able to figure out by, within your school, within your neighborhood, within your relatives, within your family, within your friends, so much. And this is how the awareness will keep going. So for me, this was like a crusade that I started. And I started this in 2013 and 14. Yeah, that's when I started, when his article had come up. And, those days people used to come and do an article on newspaper only because they wanted celebrity mode. And I said, I do not want this to be like a radio jockey and a mother of an autistic. I said, I don't want to. If this article is going up as an inspiration for anybody else, then yes, put it up. But I don't want it to be like a celebrity post. So I changed the name, and the name of the article was known as A Mother's Diary. That's all it was called as. But when people saw me there, people did not realize, imagine, even they did not know. Because I'm somebody who doesn't brood in life. I was just continuing with my life and I wanted to do something for the society. This is how I started. So from 2014 till today, a decade now, every single year, I do it. If it has to be done, and if I can do it, then it has to be in April. The reason is April 2nd happens to be the World Autism Awareness Day. And will you believe if I say my son is also born on the 2nd of April? How did this happen? It's a divine coincidence. It's a divine coincidence that when the date was announced in 2013, it was announced in 2013, but he was already born on 2nd April before that. And I'm like, okay, how did this happen? So literally the whole world celebrates this boy. And forget about him now. I am now doing this. And I barely had 20 people, 20, 25, 30 people in a city where we have lakhs and lakhs of people joining hand because they didn't know what it is. Today, I stand where I stand. I have 10,000 people running a marathon, doing a car rally, driving for autism, strides for autism, different kind of activities that I do each year. I have so many people joining in, and this is a request to all of you that please, going forward, if I'm doing something, I'll reach out to your schools. I want the young students, all the youngsters, to come and understand this, because it is a very, very difficult condition where you cannot make out, because everything seems normal until and unless you spend time with them. So yeah, so this is how this journey started, and giving back to the society is the least that I can do, because what I lost on was the internal, the initial age of the child, because there was no awareness. But today I want every parent to make the most of that initial stage, and as an early intervention can help the family cope up better with it. That's all I want to do. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your journey. It's moving, it's uplifting to hear about the positive impact you've made in this autism community.
You.
My next question is for Ms. Sonali. After years in the fitness industry and countless accomplishments, what keeps you motivated and how do you continue to push boundaries in your field?
I've been asked this question, and I think I get some 20, 30 messages every single day, and every single one wants to know, how do you motivate yourself? How do you stay so motivated? And I've realized over the years that, initially there was some motivation because, I had won my first competition. I was working towards my second. I won my second competition. There was another motivation. Okay, I want to represent my country. I won medal for the country. But then, um, over the period of time, you realize that it, there are days when you get up and you feel like, okay, ab kya karna hai? Ho gaya, you know. But then you realize that it's become your lifestyle, like how you brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you take bath. This is a lifestyle. So when somebody asks me now, what keeps you motivated? It's, of course, initially when I started, it was the results, the fact that I get to represent my country. But then I was receiving so many messages from the women who felt disheartened, they were disappointed in some way, and they really wanted to do something about their health. People, women from all these remote areas, छोटे छोटे गांव, छोटे छोटे कस्बों से, in fact, messages आते थे where they would, they would share their life with me. This is what these are my dreams. This is what I want to do. I'm a mother of two. But unfortunately, ना हमारे घर में, हमारी family में वो उस तरह का माहौल है. And but I really want to do something for myself. So वो motivation था that ठीक है, probably you cannot step out of the house, but this is what you can do about your life, about your dreams, small steps. So that was the motivation. But now, in the last 4, 5 years, I've realized that I get up and I get to do this. Isn't that motivating enough? Because how many people get to live till 50? I'm sure COVID happened and a lot of us have, lost some dear ones. So I feel it's a privilege to be, to be sitting here, to be talking to you, touching lives, reaching out to, touching other women's lives, जो ये सोचती है कि ठीक है उनकी लाइफ खत्म हो चुकी है या अब लाइफ में और क्या करना रह गया है, सब कुछ तो कर लिया है. People don't realize that there is so much out there. There is so much out there and there's so much inside you, so much potential. अभी आपको भी नहीं पता होगा because we often underestimate ourselves. Like I had mentioned when we started that I was quite an introvert child. मुझे नहीं पता था कि लाइफ में क्या होने वाला है. ये यहाँ पे बैठना और आप लोगों से बात करना या इतना सब कुछ अचीव करना. TEDx 5 times TEDx स्पीकर, मतलब मेरी तो जबान ऐसे ऐसे होती थी जब मैं मतलब ग्रुप सॉन्ग के लिए भी जाती थी क्लास में. तो यहाँ पर आना, इतना अचीव करना, आई नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड दिस. सो आई वांट टू टेल एवरीबडी कि भाई लाइफ में आपको नहीं पता है व्हाट्स गोना हैपन टुमारो. People make plans 5 years. I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I say you have no idea. I did my hotel management. I was working in the hospitality industry. I got married, had 2 kids. I was a dancer. I'm a Kathak dancer. I'm a Latin dancer. I was a Zumba fitness instructor, and then I became a bodybuilder. And sitting here, fitness and wellness coach. There is so much. कितना potential है आपको भी नहीं पता कि आप क्या कर सकते हो. आपका potential कितना है. There is so much to learn. There is so much to do. It's a privilege. So मेरे लिए motivation यही है that I get to do it every day. I thank God. I have this gratitude and I'm so thankful and I feel so blessed, so fortunate that I have another day. I get to do this. I get to meet people. I get to meet women. I get to train and I get to take care of my body because I respect my body that much. And I'm very fortunate कि मुझे अपने बच्चों को भी कभी ये force करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. Because when you force something on others, the chances are it's going to backfire. They won't enjoy it. It has to, people need to love it and appreciate it. So during the COVID, my kids realized they went with, I was working out inside at home, and they joined me, and that's how their journey started. Then later, my kids would come with me to the gym, and they will do whatever, and then I would correct them and technique and form, kya karna chahiye, kaise karna chahiye. That all started, and they just picked it up. I didn't have to force. So that's another beautiful thing that I've learned and I've enjoyed, and I feel like मेरे लिए वो भी एक motivation है that it's not I didn't have to force anybody, but I inspired people in some way or the other. So that's motivating enough. So for me, every day is like I'm blessed. I feel blessed. I feel this huge gratitude कि मुझे ये करने को एक मुझे मिल रहा है ये, and I get to help other women because I know there is so much that we don't. It's difficult to figure it all out. It's so challenging. Each phase, har ek phase, postpartum depression, whether it's you're going through this depressing phase, or where even family at times do not get you, and it's sad and unfortunate, but that's how it is because awareness nahi hai, utni knowledge nahi hai. Then you have this perimenopausal phase, and then you have your menopausal phase. So much is happening inside you. Mentally, you feel like, you've hit this rock bottom, and nobody understands you. Nobody cares for you. That's how it is at times. You just feel that. But I get to talk to you. I get to talk to women, and I get to make them understand. It's a privilege, and I don't take it for granted at all. So for me, this is a big motivation that I get up every day and I get to do it all over again. And then I go back to sleep, and then it's a new day.
You lead by example, ma'am. It's wonderful to see how you keep pushing yourself and redefining limits.
Thank you.
This is my final question to Ms. Snigdha. In today's world, striking a balance between glamour and substance is no easy feat. How do you manage to maintain authenticity while excelling in such a variety of fields, from radio to fitness and beyond? And what would be your advice to aspiring entrepreneurs and influencers looking to make their mark?
Oh, well, okay. So we've come to the final one. And here's a final statement that I would also like to make is that, we all have certain strengths in us, certain skill set in us. We probably are not able to tap it, is what I would say. Sometimes they don't, not many of us even are aware of it. So one thing that I very strongly tell, whether it's the entrepreneurs or the women or the children or anybody who's watching right now or anybody who's out there, or even in my motivation speeches that I go for the corporates and I conduct, I always say one thing. Is there something that you feel is your calling? Is there something that pulls you, but you're not there? And you're trying to do something else, which is, either, as I just said, that you do it for the living, or because you are doing it because it's a responsibility and for the sake of doing it? Is it something like that? Is there something else that pulls you, but you're not gone towards it? Take that risk, take that plunge, go towards what's calling, because you never know what can come out of that if you do it. Today, when I stand in front of women, or today when I'm talking to all of you with 4 verticals in my hand, I am only proud and happy to say one thing, that I have maintained and managed whatever I do, whether it's my MC, my, the modeling, whatever assignments that I do, the training that I do, or the off-roading that I do, anchoring that I do, whatever I do, everything that I've been doing is for the last 15 years and counting. So it's minimum. Why? Be sustained in it. The reason why I've sustained in each of these industries is only because I followed my passion. I chased my dreams till I achieved it. But if you're chasing a wrong dream, you will realize within no time that, oh, this is not happening and this is not something that I should be going up ahead. But tap your skill set, tap what is there within you, tap inside and see what's the skill. As I said, thanks to my son, because of him, I had to leave my full-time job and I started freelancing, and I sat down introspecting into myself, and I'm like, wow, I have so much of strength, so much of talent, so much of skill set, but it's just going to lie waste. Therefore, I took the plunge of being an independent professional, being a freelancer, where I could balance between the glamour and the substance that I hold within myself. And trust me, given a chance, I would do this till I breathe my last, because the reason is I'm so passionate. For me, it just doesn't come to my mind that, oh, is this in retirement time? Do I need to hang my boot? I don't think I shall do it. I'll probably carry my boot with me to my whatever. So, yeah. So I think to maintain authenticity is be yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody else. If you're there, you're doing something, whatever work you may be doing, just be yourself. Just be the natural. Now, that is so important that, some people have seen, okay, I mean, with all due respect to many influencers out there, when they are talking about something that they usually don't believe in, you will start seeing there's a lot of pretense which is happening. Probably it is done for money, which I appreciate. Please do it for money, but just stick to money. Then don't say you're an influencer, because when you're influencing somebody to do something, inspiring somebody to do something, you have to be genuine. You have to be authentic. You got to be naturally that way. You cannot pretend yourself to be someone who's just trying to inspire somebody, right? So inspiration to somebody else and standing and giving an example, living by the example, is only when you are absolutely genuine, passionate, chase your dream till it calls you.
Your story is a wonderful example of balancing style and substance. It's really refreshing to see how you stay genuine while excelling in multiple fields. Your insights are incredibly motivating. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I wish we would have met both of you some maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
What do you say, Shivani ma'am and Mona Priya ma'am? Right? We would have
Right.
had a great restart of our lives,
Right.
some of us.
You
And
still
I
have.
know
You
to
still
rewind
have.
my life
It's never
that I
too
can
late.
restart.
It's never too
Too late. I know age is just a number, which we just
Absolutely.
told in the beginning of the show.
Yes. Yeah.
I can feel the passion on how Miss Snigdha and Miss Sonali are speaking. Right after the session, I'm going for a walk.
It's
I'm
just
feeling so
electrifying,
motivated.
and I feel like fully inspired, and I want to do something. I want to achieve something like that kind of.
I really do not want the chat show to end. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm interrupting because I can't hold myself after being so much motivated. How can you just keep quiet and just be
We all
passively
need to
taking in all
now
all
meet
the
in
positivity
person.
around you?
Yes, we all need to
We
meet
should
in person
personally.
now and have a nice get together where just the
Yeah.
just the
Where we
three
can
of
have
us
some
talk
nice,
about.
where we can
You-
eat food.
You
We
just
can eat
stole
food
my
as
word.
well.
The get together is
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
we need now.
Yeah. It's
Right. Sonali ma'am, you didn't mention about your Phuket journey. We were
Yes.
excited
Okay.
to.
In between, actually, I was
Yeah.
about to ask, then I did
Yeah,
not want to
yes.
interrupt her
We
flow.
wanted to
That's
ask
why.
a question on your because when we talked about blending journeys and wellness, we thought perhaps we'll hear something
Usually
about
my
this.
travels are around, all about the food, city, exploring the city. Forget Fit is a fitness retreat, and this was my second time. I was there in 2019. So it's a beautiful resort, focusing on your wellness and fitness basically. So it's not just wellness. It has a lot of options for people of all age group, whatever your goal may be, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to get better at something, any sport that you play. You want to focus more on muscle building, a toned body, an athletic body, whatever your goal may be. So you have your villas, you have your set food in the sense whatever, depending on your goal, what your goal is. You have this amazing food for you, whether you prefer Thai food, continental food, whatever food that you want to have. And you have these sessions from morning till evening. You can choose your sessions, and then there is this beautiful beach you can go to. So it's like a travel, it's like a vacation, but at the same time you get to do some fitness activities as well. You can go to the beach and do the beach boot camp. You can do aqua session. So yeah, it's a beautiful blend. But we have very few fitness retreats. I wish we had more fitness retreats. People would really have a lot of fun. It's for the entire family. The kids would love it. Grandparents would love it. All of us would love it, and we could definitely uh, you know um, get we could do great there, because 1 week or 2 weeks, 10 days of fun. And I personally feel if you go as a family, you get to do so many things together. So it's beautiful. Yeah, but
It's
I
a.
really wish we
I
had
think.
more fitness retreats.
I think it's a vacation with a mission, if I can put it that way, right?
Yeah, you stay on track
Yeah.
and you get to have loads of
Yes.
fun. You eat good
It's
food.
best of both
You
worlds.
meet like-minded people, and it's like a community.
I
So
was
it's
just about
beautiful.
to mention that you meet people, like-minded people,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
people from the same community doing the
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
kind of
Similar
work
kind
into the
of
similar
goals.
kind of food, maybe
Yeah.
field, maybe. Actually, both of your travel journeys, Miss Snigdha and Miss Sonali, both. I think we need to have a session solely on your travel stories. Another session. Today was fitness, and the next will be travel stories, because I'm sure you will have so much to share about your travel stories. Both of you are such avid travelers, and another session we'll take up to discuss, perhaps over a get together, or offline, or if nothing, then online. And now I think our students are waiting eagerly to have that fun-filled,
Oh,
rapid fire
yeah,
round
we
with you,
forgot about it
to put you
actually.
in
Totally
a
forgot
corner.
about
No,
that.
no, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Teachers, please take over from here.
Sure. Sure. Here we conclude our question and answer round. We hope the experiences and insights shared by Ms. Sonali Swami and Ms. R.J. Snigdha inspire you to take your mental and physical wellness more seriously. Now, let's move on to an exciting rapid fire round where our students have prepared a few quick questions for our guests. Over to you, my dear students. The stage is all yours.
Good evening. My name is Arashi Singh. We're about to jump into an exciting rapid fire question round. But first, I want to set the stage. We have two truly incredible women with us today, each bringing their own unique energy and passion. So let's get ready to dive in and have some fun. I would start off by asking Sonali, ma'am, if you were given $1 million to start any business, what would it be?
Yeah, I have 5 cats, so I really want to open a cat cafe. Would you help me with that?
I
I don't
actually
mind
have a cat.
adopting another 10, 15 cats. I really want to do that. It's been a dream of mine. So that's how I'm going to use that, all that money. Beautiful cat cafe.
That's an innovative answer. What's a quirky habit you have that people find surprising?
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. I'm not sure, but you see, I'm afraid of heights. People think that I'm a bodybuilder, so I'm like strong and I'm not scared of anything. But this height thing really scares me. And I hate the fact that my kids are really after me and they literally push me and drag me on all these rides. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm every time I see this roller coaster, I'm like shivering and panicking and sweating, and people find this crazy and weird, but that's me.
It's quite relatable. Another question for you. If your life was turned into a movie, who would you want to play your character?
Oh wow. I know Priyanka Chopra played Mary Kom, but I think she's a beautiful actor. She's an amazing actress. So yeah, has to be Priyanka Chopra.
Excellent choice. I can already see the awards rolling in. If you could live in any country other than India, where would that be?
Oh, this is a tough one. Um, but I would say Inverness in Scotland. Beautiful, beautiful. I love nature. I love mountains, and I love water bodies as well. So it has this beautiful blend of everything. So yes, has to be Inverness, Scotland.
Great choice. That place has such a unique vibe. If you could live the life of any celebrity, who would that be?
Uh, Honestly, a lot of people think that I am celebrity. So in that case, I want to be reborn as myself because I love myself. I am blessed to have such a beautiful life, honored. It's a blessing. So if I was born again, I would want to be born as Sonali Sawhney.
That's a good answer. And finally, I would like to ask you to describe yourself in a hashtag.
Hashtag fit mom.
Thank you so much for
That's
answering.
been there with me since day one. So it just comes naturally to me, you know. It's been there for almost 13, 14 years now. So yeah, fit mom. That's me.
Thank you so much for answering with such incredible insight. Your unique perspective has seriously made each response stand out and truly enrich this conversation. We appreciate your enthusiasm and energy throughout the round. Now,
Thank you.
over to you, Himam.
Hello everyone, this is Himam Gupta. Get ready as we dive into some fun, surprising, and out of the box questions with the incredible Snigdha ma'am. Let's jump right in. Are you ready, Snigdha ma'am?
Yeah, as long as the questions are not the same, because Sonali has already taken away my answers.
No, ma'am. Questions are unique. So, ma'am, to start things off, tell us one thing people don't know about RJ Snigdha.
People don't know something about me, it has to be a secret, and the secret remains a secret.
Uh, that's a fun answer, ma'am. Didn't expect that. In today's world, moving on, in today's world, what is one soft skill everyone should master, but no one is talking about?
Gratitude. I think gratitude
That
is one of the soft skills everyone must master, no matter what you do in life. Absolutely. It takes you to places.
ma'am, I'm sure that's a piece of advice we could all benefit from to keep our heads low and work.
Absolutely.
And shifting to globetrotting, which is the best travel destination you visited so far?
You'd be surprised. There's this place that I visited it so many times and I would again and again go is Bhutan. I just love the peace, the happiness, the cleanliness, and everything. It's got all the elements in that one, small country. I just love the place. Yeah.
That's amazing, ma'am. I can see why Bhutan is so incredible. The mountainous terrain would make it absolutely gorgeous. Am I right?
Yes, and negative carbon.
Negative carbon. If you could give your 16-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't be so impulsive, snakes. Jump into everything in just a moment.
So well put, ma'am. I think a lot of people would agree with you there. And now my next question is, what is that one song that you hum to pep up your mood?
Okay, so Pep Up My Mood, an all-time favorite song of Celine Dion, I'm Alive. That's my song everywhere, on my profile and everywhere you see, I'm Alive by Celine Dion.
You've named such a good song, ma'am. We would love to see your Spotify playlists. Lastly, if you could eat one food and only one food for a year, what would it be?
I see food. So seafood is my favorite. I see the seafood everywhere. I can just thrive and live on seafood.
That is also honestly very relatable. It's it's very tasty, this stuff. Anyways, Snigdha ma'am, thank you so much for
Thank
taking us on this
you. Thank you
fascinating
so
journey.
much. Thank you.
Fascinating journey through your life and passions today, from conquering rally tracks to empowering women and advocating for inclusion. It's clear that you live life with purpose and a whole lot of enthusiasm. Your story is such a refreshing blend of determination, grit, and compassion. I think we've all walked away today with new insight, a dose of inspiration, and perhaps even the courage to pursue our own dreams more boldly. Thank you all, and over to you, Shivani, ma'am.
Thank you.
What an electrifying round. Thank you for being such great sports. Your answers were both insightful and fun. I'm sure our students loved hearing them. As we conclude today's session, I want to thank our esteemed guests, Ms. Sonali and Ms. Snigdha, for sharing their remarkable journeys and insights. Their dedication to fitness, mental well being, and advocacy is truly inspiring. Today's discussion reminds us that wellness is a holistic journey, combining physical strength, mental resilience, and a strong sense of purpose. We hope their stories encourage you to prioritize your well being and embark on a path that balances mind, body, and soul. We would like to express our sincere appreciation to our management, our principal, Dr. Manila Carvalho, our vice principal, Ms. Preeti Suta, for their fathomless enthusiasm and encouragement for all our endeavors. We thank our headmistress, senior mistresses, and coordinators for their constant support and guidance. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to our HOD, Miss Sonali Roy, who is our true pillar of strength, leading with unwavering commitment and inspiring excellence. We offer heartfelt thanks to Miss Moshmi Mahanti, Subject in Charge English, Miss Sioni Dikshit, and the entire English department for being such a strong support. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. Let's continue to make wellness a daily commitment. I kindly request our guests and the teachers to remain in the meeting room for a group photo while others exit. One.
Hello, everyone, once again.